Alright, you guys have done it. You've broken me into doing a premium ship buying guide through the numerous questions you guys have asked. I want to preface before we get into it that I don't own any premiums personally, but I have played through all of the Japanese, American, German, and most of the British ships. So while I can speculate based on my experience facing some ships in nations other than these, they may have downsides that I don't know about, and it also means no gameplay examples for any of these ships yet, but many of these are similar to tech tree ships, so feel free to compare to my reviews that I have done previously. One thing to keep in mind is that certain premium ships are only available for limited periods of time, as Gaijin really likes reoccurring FOMO sales or fear of missing out sales. So if you don't see any of these that are available in game just yet, wait until they roll them out again if you really want to buy them. Either way, I would suggest waiting until you see sales on any of these ships, especially the sales around Christmas, New Year's, and War Thunder's anniversary in November, just to get them on a steep discount rather than the full price that Gaijin usually has them listed for. For each nation, I'll try to point out at least one destroyer, cruiser, and battleship that I consider the best premiums of each type, in case you prefer playing a certain ship type or need to fill in a blank for enduring conflict lineups. And if you're trying to buy a ship to grind for events, try to stick to at least rank 4 ships to not have a points reduction, with rank 6 and rank 7 having the best bonuses. As far as the GE conversions, I will be rounding to the nearest dollar just for simplicity, using a 150 GE to $1 ratio, and pack ships will be listed at their full pack costs as you can't get them separately at the current time. I'll also be leaving out marketplace vehicles for now because those are a bit more annoying to do. And lastly, Gaijin did just release a list of proposed upcoming battle rating changes, so this list will take those into account, and I'll mention which ones when I cover each individual ship, and if it is direly affecting them, I'll mention that too. With all that said, we will be starting with the US premium ships, and the first of those is the USS Wellborn Sea Wood at rank 1, with a battle rating of 3.3, which costs you about 250 Golden Eagles, which is about $2. This is the same ship as a reserve vessel, so I'm not really sure why you'd want to take this as a premium. While it is cheap, I wouldn't waste your money as there really isn't any benefits to it as you already get the reserve ship for free. Moving on from that, we have the USS Wilkinson at rank 2 with a battle rating of 4.7. This ship is 1150 Golden Eagles and is about $8. So this is a mixture with improved secondaries and no anti-aircraft guns. Mixture itself was already fun, so overall it seems like it would be a fun premium to use. Is it worth buying though? Maybe for the fun value, as it would only be able to research up to the last destroyers in the tech tree, so you wouldn't really be boosting yourself into cruisers or anything like that. Moving on from that, we have the USS Frank Knox at rank 3 with a battle rating of 5.0 for 1600 Golden Eagles, or about $11. This is basically a gearing with an extra quintuple torpedo tube and slightly less anti-aircraft guns. The gearings are very strong in my opinion, and out of all the premium destroyers in the US line, this would be my choice if I had to buy one destroyer. It can also grind right up into the fun US cruisers like Atlanta or Cleveland, so that's a bonus in itself. Moving on from Frank Knox, we have the USS Moffett at rank 3 with a battle rating of 5.3. This is 1750 Golden Eagles, so about $12. While it does have one more turret than the Frank Knox, the Porter class destroyers like Moffett tend to explode extremely easily. It can still dish out a lot of damage and is a very capable ship, so it could still be worth the cost if you do prefer that extra turret. After that, we have the USS Cowell at rank 3 with a battle rating of 4.7, going for 4,440 Golden Eagles, or about $30. This is a FOMO Fletcher with a bit more anti-aircraft firepower. Since it is rank 3, it can research the same ships as the last two destroyers, but is padded by a lower battle rating. For the cost, I wouldn't really call it worth it, even if they discount it by 30% when it is available for purchase. Up next we have the USS Benion at rank 3 with a battle rating of 4.7 as well, and this is a $60 pack. This is an Xbox exclusive Fletcher with a fancy dazzle camouflage that I'm fairly certain is in a pack rather than just standalone, though it's not really clear online. Really, it's not really worth it unless Xbox has no other options for them. After that, we get into the cruisers with USS Helena at rank 4 with a battle rating of 6.3, going for 8,020 Golden Eagles, or about $54. Helena is an improved Brooklyn that gains the great secondaries of Fargo, and overall it's just absolutely a good ship, even if the 6.3 battle rating can hurt it sometimes due to facing more battleships. And overall it would be my choice of cruisers to pick if I had to buy one for the US line. Up next we have our only battleship, the USS Arkansas at rank 5 with a battle rating of 6.7 that comes in a $70 pack. This is basically a Wyoming with improved anti-aircraft firepower and less secondaries. While it's not terrible, it still tends to explode quite easily like the Wyomings, especially against higher battle rating ships. It is, however, the only premium battleship available for the US line, but I'm not really convinced it's worth the pack cost. And lastly, for the US line, we have the USS Des Moines. This is a rank 5, battle rating 6.7 heavy cruiser for 8,020 Golden Eagles, or about $54. It's a heavy cruiser sporting the reload times of a light cruiser. This thing can absolutely be a menace, but is very much a glass cannon in a lot of scenarios. The magazines on the ship are easily penetrated by anything with a good armor-piercing shell, and at 6.7 you will constantly see battleships that can nuke you. If you're ignored, you can do tons of damage, but it's not worth the cost if you aren't ready to play something that explodes if a battleship happens to look its way. For the next nation, we have Germany, and it starts with the Lux at rank 1 with a battle rating of 3.7, going for 250 Golden Eagles, or about $2. Once again, this is a premium version of the reserve ship. Just don't pay $2 for something you already get for free, in my opinion. After that, we have the Z4 Zerstorer at rank 2 with a battle rating of 4.7. This is one of the ones that is going up with the battle rating changes. And this is going for 1,150 Golden Eagles, or about $8. The Z4 is a German Fletcher with lots of anti-aircraft firepower, a weird torpedo setup, and only 4 main guns. This is the one time I'll actually recommend a Fletcher, as it's better than a lot of the German destroyers for brawling and would be my pick for a premium destroyer to buy in the German line. After that, we have the Z47 at rank 3 with a battle rating of 5.0, another destroyer that's going up with the changes. This one costs 1,750 Golden Eagles, or about $12. This is a Z46 with improved anti-aircraft firepower. On paper, this seems better than the Z4, but it only gets high explosive rounds and tends to run out of ammo quite easily. Personally, I would suggest skipping it, as trying to kill ships using only high explosive can be frustrating, especially when it goes up to 5.0. After that, we dip back down to the T-31 at rank 3 with a battle rating of 4.0 for 4,586 Golden Eagles, or about $31. This is a FOMO T-22 with more anti-aircraft firepower and double the secondaries at rank 3. Really, it's not worth it, as the guns are rather lackluster and the price is high even if they discount it when it's available. Following that up, we have the Z-20 at rank 3 with a battle rating of 4.7, going for 5,542 Golden Eagles, or about $37. This seems like a FOMO Z-22 with more anti-aircraft and secondaries, but it's not worth the price when you can just get Z4 instead and probably enjoy it a lot more while spending significantly less, even if this ship gets discounted when it is up for sale. Next, we jump up to the cruisers with the Karlsruhe at rank 4, I probably butchered the name, and a battle rating of 5.7, going for 4,880 golden eagles or about $33. This is a Colne with better secondaries and a bit more anti-aircraft firepower. These ships are absolutely glass cannons though, and while they are very fun, the higher battle rating of Karlsruhe definitely hurts it. It wouldn't be my choice for a premium German cruiser, but the fun factor does still make it a consideration. The next ship, however, is definitely my choice for German cruisers if you did want a premium, and that would be the Prince Eugen at rank 4 with a battle rating of 6.0, going for 8,020 golden eagles or about $54 after conversion. In my opinion, yes, the ship is worth it. It's an Admiral Hipper with better anti-aircraft firepower and more crew. It's one of the very few premium ships I am tempted to personally pick up in game just for the fun factor alone, and just because of how effective it is. It's absolutely my top choice for premium German cruisers, even though right now you only get 2 choices. After that, we step up to the battleships with the SMS Nassau at rank 5 with a battle rating of 6.0, going for 8,380 golden eagles or about $56. In my opinion, save yourself the frustration and money and avoid this ship. It's a relatively easy target and explodes quickly if a turret catches fire, just like its sister ship Westfalen does. In my opinion, the ship to pick up would be the Gneisenau at rank 6 with a battle rating of 7.7, and this comes in an $80 pack. It's a Scharnhorst with Bismarck's guns. There's not really much more you could ask for there. It absolutely would be my choice for a German premium battleship to buy, and if you just want to terrorize the top tiers, I would pick this one up, preferably on sale. After the German ships comes the Russian line, and I haven't played this line yet, so a lot of these will be guesses, and I'm going to absolutely butcher most of these names, so my apologies in advance. Starting off, we have the Kirch at rank 1 at a battle rating of 3.3 for 250 golden eagles or about $2. Once again, it's a premium version of the reserve ship. Just don't pay $2 for something that you get for free. After that, we have the Riani at rank 2 for a battle rating of 4.3, and it'll cost you 700 golden eagles or about $5. This is the same ship as the Bespashchandi, my apologies on that one, at 4.0 but with less anti-aircraft firepower. I'm not sure why it's a higher battle rating, and I don't really believe it's worth the cost, as I don't really see anybody playing it. After that, we have the Smilie at rank 2 with a battle rating of 4.3 for 1,000 golden eagles or about $7. This seems like a Bezuprechny with different anti-aircraft firepower loadouts. On paper, it doesn't seem worth the cost other than for that anti-aircraft firepower usage. After that, we have the Stroyny at rank 3 with a battle rating of 4.7 for 4,880 golden eagles or about $33. This is a FOMO and up-tiered version of the Riani and Bespashchadny. Even on sale, it probably isn't worth it. Up next is another ship that I'm absolutely going to butcher the name for, and that is the Blagorodny at rank 3 with a battle rating of 5.3 for 2,980 golden eagles or about $20. This appears to be a Bravi with different torpedoes, more anti-aircraft guns, and no surface-to-air missile launcher. Despite the loss of the missiles, I think it would be my choice if I had to pick a premium destroyer, just based on its paper stats and how annoying Bravis are to sink. After that, we have the Neustrashimi at rank 3 with a battle rating of 5.3 for 6,090 golden eagles or about $41. This is a predecessor of the previous ship, and it only comes out for FOMO sales and at a steep cost. Honestly, I would just buy the previous ship instead and save yourself the $20 or $21, that's the difference between the two. After that, we jump up to the cruisers with the Kirch at rank 4 with a battle rating of 5.7, which is another one that's going up in the changes, for 6,090 golden eagles or about $41. This is an Italian light cruiser in a different line with more anti-aircraft firepower and different torpedoes than its Italian counterpart. I don't really see many people playing this, and I believe its 6.0 compatriots overshadow it, and itself seems rather fragile to me. After that, we have the Zlitnyakov at rank 4 with a battle rating of 6.0 for 8,020 Golden Eagles, or about $54. This ship is a glass cannon, but this is a light cruiser that I see a lot of players doing very well in, so it would be my choice for a Russian premium cruiser. If it's anything like the Russian light cruisers I remember from World of Warships, those guns should be rather fun and effective to use. And then we move on to the battleships with the Murat at rank 5 with a battle rating of 6.7 for 8,380 Golden Eagles, or about $56. This battleship can be a tough target to fight against, and it has rather punchy guns. Its biggest downside is the turret layout, making it fairly easy to detonate across the entire ship. If it wasn't for the next ship, it would probably be my choice for the Russian premium battleship. Which the next ship is the Sevastopol at rank 6 with a battle rating of 7.3, and it comes in an $80 pack. This is an upgunned Kronstadt, making it a very good choice if you want a premium battle cruiser for your Russian line. Kronstadt already gives a lot of players headaches due to having punchy guns and its good armor scheme, and this just gives it even more firepower. With the Russians rounded off, I can move on to Great Britain, and that begins with the HMS Verdun at rank 1 with a battle rating of 3.7 for 250 Golden Eagles, or $2. Once again, premium version of the reserve ship, just don't pay money for something you get for free. After that comes the HMS Montgomery at rank 1 with a battle rating of 3.3 for 250 Golden Eagles, and $2 again. In my opinion, why would you buy something to be a lower battle rating than even your reserve ship? Just keep your $2 for something else. HMS Valhalla comes next at rank 1 with a battle rating of 3.3 for 550 Golden Eagles, or about $4. This boasts the same issue as the previous ship at double the cost. It's basically the reserve ship with 4 single gun turrets and torpedoes instead of 2 dual turrets and anti-aircraft firepower. After that has the HMS Juris at rank 2 with a battle rating of 4.7 for 1,000 Golden Eagles, or about $7. While this ship is unique, it's comparable to the HMS Kelvin in my opinion, so while it is a fun ship, it's rather easy to destroy its guns, and it can struggle while fighting other destroyers that boast higher rates of fire. Personally, I'd save my money for one of the higher battle rating destroyers. After that, we have the HMCS Haida at rank 3 with a battle rating of 4.7 for 4,441 Golden Eagles, or about $30. This is very comparable to HMS Eskimo, just at a higher rank. This is a FOMO sail ship, so having a steeper cost than the other destroyers on this list, and much like Jervis, while it can be fun, I would save it for the next ship if you were to want to buy something. And that next ship is the HMS Diamond at rank 3 with a battle rating of 5.0 for 2,980 Golden Eagles, or about $20. Diamond is a copy-paste of HMS Diana, and in my opinion the daring class itself has good survivability, excellent rates of fire, and good statistics overall, which contribute to me considering this ship worth the Golden Eagle cost. And basically it would be my pick for a British premium destroyer. Bumping up to the cruisers though, we have the HMS Belfast at rank 4 with a battle rating of 6.0 for 8,020 Golden Eagles, or about $54. While I haven't played its tech tree counterpart yet, the British light cruisers overall have been fun and effective for me, which makes Belfast a fairly easy recommendation. These cruisers tend to be very survivable with effective guns, at least against lighter targets. The extra anti-aircraft firepower and decent characteristics of the ship itself would make it an easy pickup for one of the aforementioned sails. And lastly for the Brits, we have the HMS Iron Duke at rank 5 with a battle rating of 7.0 for 8,380 Golden Eagles, or about $56. This is the only premium battleship for the British line at the moment, but I tend to avoid fighting Iron Dukes in game in general. They are very survivable, and the 13.5-inch guns definitely seem to be decently effective at punching back while the ship tanks damage. While it is the only ship here, I actually think it's a decent choice if you did want a premium British battleship. And next we move on to the Japanese line, and that is headed off by the IJN Satsuki at rank 1 with a battle rating of 3.3 for 250 Golden Eagles, or about $2. Unlike the other lines, this isn't the same as the reserve ship, though it is the same as the other 3.3 Japanese destroyer right next to it. So unless you can't play a game or two to unlock the IJN Mutsuki, I would absolutely avoid this in my opinion. After that, we have the IJN Nenohi at rank 2 with a battle rating of 4.3 for 1,000 Golden Eagles, or about $7. This is a Hatsuharu with a more standard gun layout for Japanese destroyers, and much better torpedoes as it gets long lances. Just for the torpedoes, it could actually be worth the small price for this destroyer, especially since it can help research the early Japanese cruisers. Following that up, we have the IJN Yukikaze at rank 3 with a battle rating of 4.0 for 1,450 Golden Eagles, or about $10. This is the only Kagero in the game currently, and while it loses one single gun compared to IJN Nenohi, it makes up for it with the better version of the long lance torpedo, along with a hefty anti-aircraft armament for a Japanese destroyer. This would be my choice for a premium Japanese destroyer, and those long lances definitely make it worth the cost if you're using them a lot like Shimikazes. Following along after that, we have the IJN Kiyoshimo at rank 3 with a battle rating of 4.7 for 4,880 Golden Eagles, or about $33. If this wasn't a FOMO ship with a higher cost, it would be my recommendation, but for a third of the cost, I'm okay with losing one main battery turret and recommending Yukikaze instead. After that, we move up to the cruisers for the Japanese line with the IJN Yubari at rank 3 with a battle rating of 4.7 for 1,750 Golden Eagles, or about $12. I'm really not sure what to say about this ship. It's like a big, slow, punchy destroyer that you just don't see very often. As far as cruisers go, I think it is overshadowed by the other Japanese cruisers around its tier despite it being unique. So unless you want it solely for being unique, I'd save your money for a different cruiser. One of those different cruisers is the IJN Miyoko at rank 4 with a battle rating of 6.0. This one is one of the ones that's marked to get moved up, and this one's going for 7,480 Golden Eagles, or about $50. This is a premium version of the Haguro, which if it was still 5.7 would be an easy choice. With it being 6.0, however, you can choose which premium cruiser is best for you by your playstyle and which rank you would want your premium to be at. Choose Miyoko for the harder hitting Japanese heavy cruiser guns, but know that it has weaker armor and a smaller torpedo broadside than the other choice at 6.0. The Japanese heavy cruisers overall tend to pack a punch and can be quite fun to play, so it definitely is still a consideration. The next ship, however, would probably be my choice, and that is the IJN Mikuma at rank 5 with a battle rating of 6.0 for 8,020 Golden Eagles, or about $54. Mikuma is virtually a premium copy-paste of Suzuya in the tech tree, which makes her a fun and effective cruiser with good guns and a great torpedo loadout that can make you an absolute menace. If you're choosing between her and Miyoko, Mikuma gets smaller guns, but a slightly faster rate of fire and more guns in total. She also gets a larger torpedo battery and more armor that helps her be a bit more tanky. Personally, I find her sister ship is very fun, and I would likely pick Mikuma over Miyoko if I had to choose. Plus you get the bonus of being rank 5 instead of rank 4 with the small bonuses that entails. Rounding off the Japanese tree, however, is the one battleship offering, which is the IJN Yamashiro at rank 5 with a battle rating of 7.0, and that comes in a $70 pack. The Yamashiro is a fairly heavily nerfed Fuso, which gives up a lot of armor, anti-aircraft firepower, and some penetration for a lower battle rating. While she can be a beast in down tiers and absolutely rule the waves in those games, against on-par battleships or an up tier she is just free food for most of the battleships that can just easily penetrate and detonate her. While she is the only battleship offering for the Japanese line currently, I have a hard time recommending her due to this because it can be a struggle to play at times. The next line on the list is the Italians, and I am once again ready to butcher some names, and that starts with the RN Aquilone at rank 1 with a battle rating of 3.3 for 250 golden eagles, or about $2. Once again, this is a premium version of the reserve ship, just don't pay $2 for something you get for free. After that, we have the Genier at rank 2 with a battle rating of 4.7, once again one that's getting shifted upwards, and that'll cost you 1,150 golden eagles, or about $8. This is a premium Fletcher for the Italians, though it is unique. It only has 4 main guns, abysmally bad torpedoes, and a large caliber of anti-aircraft guns that almost double as secondaries. From paper stats alone, I think it is the best premium destroyer for the Italians, though that might actually change when I play the line. Following that up, we have the RN Tigre at rank 3 with a battle rating of 4.0 for 1,750 golden eagles, or about $12. If you're desperate for usable torpedoes and the faster velocities of the Italian guns, you could pick this destroyer, though I think the shielded turret design will have you wishing it was more survivable. Following that up, we have the RN Genier at rank 3 with a battle rating of 4.7, going for 3,850 golden eagles, or about $26. This seems like a FOMO copy of the Tech Tree RN Courvoisier. I'm not really sure how good these ships are, but the steeper price just doesn't seem worth it for me. Moving on up to the cruisers, we have the RN Pola at rank 4 with a battle rating of 6.0 for 8,020 golden eagles, or about $54. This is almost a copy of the Tech Tree's RN Zara, with minor changes that help it protect critical components better. These ships are usually fairly hard to kill when I face them, though I have heard that their guns are rather lacking in some ways despite having amazing shell velocity. It is the only cruiser offering for the Italians though, so honestly it could be worth it just due to the beefy armor scheme alone. Rounding off the Italians, we have the only battleship offering in the RN Leonardo da Vinci at rank 5 with a battle rating of 6.3 for 8,380 golden eagles, or about $56. This is a Comte de Cavour at a much lower battle rating, being an early version of the class with a weaker armor scheme and weaker characteristics overall. I haven't seen many of these, but usually when I do, they seem to do very well and tank a lot of hits before going down. They certainly pack tons of main battery guns, so for just a little more golden eagles than Pola, I think it certainly would be worth the investment. And the last of the lines will be the French, and this is led off by the Panther at rank 1 with a battle rating of 3.7 for 250 golden eagles, or about $2. This is a slightly different copy of the first ship you researched, the Leopard, as it gains 2 secondaries over it. I wouldn't consider it worth it unless you really enjoy Leopard or just can't play a game or two to unlock said Leopard. After that, we have the Tornade at rank 1 with a battle rating of 3.7 for 400 golden eagles, or about $3. This is basically a copy of the reserve ship, and personally I wouldn't bother with it since you already get it for free. After that, we have the Eagle at rank 2 with a battle rating of 4.3 for 850 golden eagles, or about $6. This seems like an almost copy and paste of the tech tree Milan, but it is probably the best of the 3 destroyer options that France gets. For $6, it's probably worth it if you need a premium French destroyer. Moving on to the cruisers though, we have the Duguay Troyan at rank 3 for a battle rating of 5.0, and that'll cost you 1,600 golden eagles, or about $11. This looks like a later refit of her tech tree counterpart, Primagut. Sorry if I'm mispronouncing that one's a little rough on me. Giving up the torpedoes for a much heavier anti-aircraft armament. On paper, her guns don't look amazing, but she is only at 5.0, which could help with that, though I've always considered the French cruisers to be soft, easy targets. Still probably the better of the 2 cruiser options, though playing this line could change that opinion. The other of the 2 cruiser options is the Dupleix, which I've probably also mispronounced, at rank 4 with a battle rating of 5.7, and this will cost you 6,090 golden eagles for about $41. This is an up-tiered Colbert that loses some secondaries for slightly better armor, and I mean slightly. It is still a fairly soft target, and despite being up-tiered, the guns look like they'd struggle to damage anything more than an early light cruiser, despite being heavy cruiser guns. For the steep cost, I'd honestly pass on this. Moving on to the one option you get for French battleships in the premium lineup, we have the Corvette at rank 5 with a battle rating of 6.0 for 8,380 golden eagles, or about $56. This seems like a Paris that gave up all its anti-aircraft firepower for terrible hull-mounted torpedoes. I've honestly never felt threatened by one of these, and they never seem particularly effective when I've seen them being used. Despite being the only premium battleship offering that the French have currently, I'd have a hard time recommending it. And with that, I think I've given my opinion on every premium ship in the game. Of course, as soon as I post this, I'm sure Gaijin will add a couple more just to throw a screw in the works. But that should save some people from asking questions. Not that I mind them, I do really enjoy the comments on these videos, so feel free to keep it up and let me know if I got any of these wrong, or just correct my pronunciation, because I'm sure I absolutely butchered a few of these. Thank you guys for watching, good luck out there, and I'll see you in the next one.